We've made it to the top 3, and today I want to share my top 3 favorite episodes.
Like anyone on Earth cares.
This was no easy task. There are so many episodes that I love,
Jump!
and this list will probably change 20 times by the time I finish editing this thing.
Because no one cares.
But I've picked 3 episodes that I think perfectly encapsulate what makes Futurama so great. With just 3 days till the new season, let's dive in. But first, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
Wait, oh, you want me to do 2 things?
At number 3, I've picked Meanwhile. Now, it was a whole 10 years before we received new episodes of Futurama, so the last episode we had was Meanwhile. And boy, was it a wild ride. The first part of the episode revolves around Fry wanting to propose to Leela after a near-death experience back on the moon.
She wasn't my wife!
Oh, then there is no bad news.
This episode is stacked with funny moments,
Classy choice, Chief. She'll crap her pants.
which is something that the Comedy Central seasons tended to lack on.
I'd like to mate with you in a few years when we're sexually mature.
But what's more, it hits us all in the feels. We finally get to see our 2 lovebirds live a long and happy life together,
Boy, did somebody hit you two with an old and ugly stick.
albeit in a weird frozen-in-time universe, all thanks to the professor's time button. Packed with humor and emotions, it perfectly ends their story while leaving room for a hopeful return. At number 2, I'm putting Godfellas. It might not hit the emotional beats like Meanwhile does, but I really enjoy this one for its philosophical and existential themes.
Maybe if I hug him real hard, he'll save us from...
Watching Bender float endlessly through the cosmos, the blossoming civilization on his stomach, made for some great moments. And watching Fry trying to deal with losing his best friend,
We could join together in prayer.
But is there anything useful we can do?
No.
and ultimately setting out on a perilous journey to save him.
Has anyone out there seen Bender?
No, quit asking.
Finding himself on a monastery in the Himalayas.
Would you like to see our giant karaoke machine?
Not really.
But the crown jewel of the episode is meeting God of the Futurama-verse,
You were doing well until everyone died.
an entity of infinite wisdom and power.
Right and wrong are just words. What matters is what you do.
His lesson to Bender is something I take with me throughout my life.
If you do too much, people get dependent on you.
Godfellas for me goes down as an all-time great episode.
When you do things right, people won't be sure you've done anything at all.
The Luck of the Fryish is my number 1 pick, and I can hear most of you already. But Mr. Hipjoint, how could you not put Jurassic Park as your number 1?
Don't wave your fancy degrees at me.
Well,
I can explain if you just calm down!
I feel like I have a legitimate reason behind it. Jurassic Park is a great episode. Don't get me wrong.
You're not constantly judging me, are you?
I cry every time, just like you do. Unless you're some kind of heartless monster. If this video was a top 5 or a top 10, there's no doubt that it would go in there. But the reason I rank The Luck of the Fryish above Jurassic Park is 2 reasons. Number 1, it's a lot funnier.
This crew might just have some new parachute pants!
This episode has some all-time great moments and lines in all of Futurama.
And since when is he a "the"?
You're twice the he ever was.
Fry claiming his $1 while using a metal rake on a power line
My name is Philip J.
is in the running for funniest moment of the entire show. But the biggest reason this ranks higher is the family connection. Fry's relationship with Yancey hits hard. Their relationship, full of trash talk and jealousy,
Find your own life and live it.
Stop, Ellen!
only to manifest itself in Yancey's love for his long-lost brother,
Who I miss every day. I love you, Philip.
giving his son the 4-leaf clover that allowed him to lead one of the most spectacular lives ever.
Strummed out this tune, yeah? And I said, that's a #1 record.
And the reveal at the end with the gravestone. If Jurassic Park made you tear up, this episode will have you crying like a little bitch.
Don't you forget about me.
Well, there it is. My top 3 Futurama episodes. I hold these episodes in high regard, and they will always remain as some of my favorites of all time. I hope you disagree with my picks so intensely it makes you debate them in the comments. Lord knows I could use the engagement. But seriously, let me know what some of your favorite episodes are.
Did anyone else see that?
Hit that like and subscribe button, and get ready for the last 2 videos on the countdown to Season 12. I'm gonna go find some tissues. See y'all in the next one.
So long, jerkwads!